Okay, I don't mean any offense to anybody in this video. I'm not like a hater or anything. This is just a personality. Please enjoy, I guess. All right, let's get into it. Gamers these days are like homeless heroin addicts, okay? I fucking swear. They will give monies to companies that literally take away ownership of their products. I'll give an example. The Crew is a game made by Ubisoft, or UbiGay, as I like to call them, and now they are literally deleting it from existence. That's right, people. If you bought this thing, you basically lose your fucking licking sense, okay? And the ability to ever play or download the game again. If you have the game downloaded already, you lose the ability to launch it. Oh, and by the way, gamers literally agreed to this in the end user license license agreement, okay? And unless you pirate this game, quote unquote, you can never play it again. There's no offline patch. They're not open sourcing it or whatever. They're simply wiping it from existence and forcing you to buy a new version of the game, which is like the Crew 2 or whatever the fuck, which basically costs more money. And yes, copying files is the same as hijacking a ship, people. This is the moral landscape we live in, pun intended. Now, you see, game companies literally control your fucking products these days. You don't own them. They can literally stop you from using a product you have bought and paid for. And don't even get me started on Nintendo suing emulators for games that Nintendo doesn't even sell anymore, right? This is some literal Big Brother shit. These guys, out of their own passion, find a way to restore an old game that the company doesn't care for anymore. And the company fucking sues them for doing that. Nintendo didn't even need to make an offline patch. They just had to stop themselves from being fucking cunts, okay? And the game could have been preserved or whatever. US guys, land of the free, but don't you dare play an old game that the company doesn't sell anymore. That is illegal. Ubisoft could have just allowed an offline patch. They don't even have to release the source code or whatever. They could have allowed private servers to just host it themselves. This product they took money for but no longer care about to survive. They could have allowed it to survive and be community maintained. Vainglory, a phone game, actually did a very similar thing to Ubisoft. Overnight, the company, Super Evil Megacorp, that's not a joke, that's actually the name of the company, pretty fitting if you ask me, was acquired by some other company. All the heroes, in-game progress, and skins in that game were literally lost. And believe me when I say there were a reasonable amount of in-app purchases in this game. People would spend like $8 or whatever to unlock a fucking hero or something. Point is, people put money into this game, and overnight they just lost everything they had paid for, and there was virtually no community edition. The community edition does not have any of the progress, it does not have the friend ability or any of that as the old game did. And again, you see, this actually happened before, way before. You guys remember Adobe? Many of you are probably old enough to remember that you could literally own a copy of Photoshop, like you pay once and you have it forever. Yes, I think Adobe was the first instance of a subscription, or at least the instance where it first became popular as hell. Fuck, I still remember this. I was like, wait, I have to pay like $1 a day to use fucking Photoshop? That's weird as fuck. And this was long before I was a Linux Chad, long before I knew about GIMP or... Yes, it's called GNU Image Manipulation Program, okay? Way before I knew any of these things. I think this was like well before 2015. They showed proof of the concept that people are willing to rent software that they can actually own. Ubisoft gets rid of these old games and forces you to buy the newer products, which are overpriced and like they're just different. Imagine playing an old game you like. It has like the settings or the options or the graphics that you like, and you're just not allowed to play it anymore. You have to buy like a newer version with, I don't know, different graphics, controls, mechanisms, whatever. I'm not a gamer anymore, thankfully. And at the same time, now they also offer subscription passes, right? Overprice the game and offer a cheaper subscription. Perfect. I swear, money has no value anymore, and ownership is a literal meme. And on top of all that, these gamers act like literal fucking addicts with no spines, okay? And honestly, I think that is really it. You see, the reason homeless people are addicted to heroin is not because the addiction is built into the pharmacology of heroin. The Lee Robbins and the Alexander Bruce K. Rat Park study prove that. Homeless people take it because their lives are fucking trash. They have literally no hope. And heroin makes you feel cozy in the short run. It alleviates pain. It literally like gets rid of anxiety. And all of this is perfect if your life is fucking trash. You can literally take this magic liquid and you can literally dissolve away your problems temporarily, of course. I think it is literally becoming a similar thing with these video games. These gamers, unironically, do not have a life. And the reason I say this is because people literally spend more time in front of the screen playing games than they do interacting with people like face to face. They know that the games, the movies, the media, and all of that is progressively getting shittier and shittier. I mean, just look at Marvel Phase 4, right? And the same way, the homeless people know that shooting heroin, especially with the wrong pH, every single fucking day is not a good idea. They know it is bad, but they fork their money anyway because people literally interact with each other more through the fucking screen than in real life these days. And these companies, similar to the sleazy drug dealers, also know what they are doing. But no one gives a shit. Gamers and homeless people get their high, or whatever the fuck it's called, and the companies and drug dealers get their bread. And look, in this video, I guess basically what I'm doing at this point is to call out gaming addiction, I guess. I mean, okay, even gamers and quote-unquote nerds back in the day, they were very smart. I think Linux was basically built by quote-unquote gamers. People back then would host their own servers, mod their own fucking games. All of that is slowly fading away, and we're headed towards the centralized cloud ownership or whatever. And to some extent, yes, we consumers do have to take action. I've actually left some links in the description which talk about this more and talk about the movement called Stop Killing Games, which revolves around protecting the ownership of games. And this extends to software as well. And I'll link the channel, and the website is called Stop Killing Games. I recommend you guys go look at them, but at the end of the day, you guys need to stop playing video games, man. You have to live your life. And if you don't like the world you're in, then fuck, man, try to make it a better one, okay? Like, go to the links in the description. Stop killing games. Educate yourself on the topic. Promote it on social media, I guess. And yeah, I'll leave some links in the description. I mean, these guys are way more popular than I am, but I mean, I have to cite my sources anyway. So yeah, sign the forms, I guess. Don't lose hope, and stop being addicted to shit, guys. Thank you for your time, and have a nice day.